I have been in contact with many teachers who have witnessed the introduction of Wi-Fi in schools. And these teachers are telling me that since Wi-Fi was introduced, they have more problems with attention than before.
And I've seen a much increase in the last few years with the development of 4G, 5G. 10 to 15-year-olds are now having a 533% increase in rectal cancer.
This family rented this house only for a long weekend, 3 or 4 days, 125 meters from 5G tower. The family got immediately sick. Sleeping difficulties, headache. The children got stomach problems, microwave syndrome symptoms.
And children are so much more susceptible. You know, their skulls are thinner and they have this developing nervous system, and we know that's a big deal.
We modify our environment. This environment is filled with electromagnetic radiation that interacts heavily with the brain simply because the brain depends on the supply of ATP. ATP is disturbed by electromagnetic fields.
I used to see maybe 1 or 2 a few years ago, kids that were coming in with anxiety. Now we're seeing that, I see that every week. I'm seeing it, particularly teenagers, college kids, they're having severe anxiety, inability to focus, inability to concentrate. Insomnia is the big one.
And then we have a big concern every time I see this, and I get scared. When I see young people with these ear pods in, I know based on our experience with how electromagnetic fields were interfering with our work, I started to realize there's a big, big problem here.
I had a patient who was always wearing the AirPod in one ear, and they said when they quit wearing it, they felt like a sensation there for a few days. Headaches is a big one. They didn't even realize it was related. Same thing with the Apple Watch or the smartwatch.
People don't realize the total cumulative effect, that total body burden and how it affects their health until they break, and they don't know what to blame.
We have to recognize that industry's influence on the European Commission in the USA, the FCC, and the World Health Organization is also a captured agency by the industry, which is completely unacceptable, of course.
There are ways to do technology that is more respectful of human physiology.
There are ways to talk about things that are not in a fearful way. Kids are going to be fearful of everything.
Exactly. And that's what I did with my kids when they were younger. Tried not to really talk about it. No Wi-Fi, turn it on when you want to. They said, why do I feel so good? Get them to feel that stays in their minds.